Hey everybody, welcome to the Ronline Report. Great guest today. So many times with these Ronline Reports, I go to myself, why didn't I have this guy on earlier? I do that like every week. Well, here's Charles Dixon, the Tank, one of the greatest 212-pound pro bodybuilders on the planet. Charles, thanks for being here today. I appreciate it.
Man, thanks for having me on, man. I got the call from Jose. I was like, yeah, man. Heck yeah. When he said run, I was like, run. He said run Harris. I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Who the hell's Ron Harris? Oh, yeah, I know that guy. So, yeah, Jose's a good dude. He hooks me up a lot of times. So, most important question of the whole interview, the Tank. Where did the nickname come from? Who gave it to you and when?
Man, that's a good question. Yeah. Honestly, Trey, which is everybody knows Trey, which is my coach. Trey. His dad, Trey Hodge.
Okay.
Dr. Trey Hodge, which is my coach. So, man, I think about 4 years ago, because me and Trey been working together almost 6.5 years now.
Yeah.
And so about 4 years ago, he came up. He said, man, I'm going to start calling you Tank. I said, Tank? He said, yeah. He said, you remind me of a guy that he played football with back in his high school days. He said, man, he was short like you. He used to run over people. He said he used to run over people, so we called him the Tank. He said he was built just like you. Yeah. And he started calling me that. And at first, he kind of, around the gym, it stuck a little bit. And then throughout the years, man, the name Tank just started to stick. So it's a household name now, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, I would have assumed. I didn't realize it was that recent. I thought you'd had that nickname, pretty much your whole life because you're built like a tank. So
yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to the beginning. Greenville, South Carolina is where you grew up. What kind of stuff were you into as a kid? Sports or other hobbies?
Yeah, I played sports, man. Just like pretty much every typical guy back in the day. Played sports at the age of 6. Football was my first love. Then I developed to play baseball. Then played basketball. Then got to high school. Played all 3 sports: basketball, football, basketball, and ran track.
Man, wow.
And man, just developed a love for sports, man. If it was a ball, you best believe I had one. But played sports back in high school. Pretty good, man. I was good on a good scholarship. So
I mean, to be 5'4" and get a scholarship for football as a running back, you must have been damn good,
Yeah, I was all right.
Okay. So, I imagine you weren't quite as large. What were you built like back in high school and college?
Honestly, man, I always been pretty muscular. I was like muscular back in as a kid. And I remember a story, like, I think it was around about, like, my mom told me she took me swimming. And she said the ladies were like, oh, you got to go see this little kid. He's so muscular. And my mom was like, who y'all talking about? And then when they went and showed my mom, they were like, that's my son. And so I guess I was being kind of had a muscular physique. And then I remember a story around about 6th grade. My dad came up to me and he said, what size shirt you got on? I said, I don't know. I think it's a medium. He said, boy, that shirt too small. And we went and bought some new clothes. So I think I started getting, back then they called it being stocky.
Yeah, stocky. Husky. I think you should say husky. That was a word.
Yeah, husky and stocky. Yeah.
But was there anybody, like, was your dad or your mom, or you have any brothers or sisters that were also muscular, or are you like the only one?
I'm the only one. Wow. And what's so weird is, like, well, I take that back. For everybody who has seen my mom, you pretty much know where I got my muscular physique from. Because my mom was like, she swept it down. She said, boy, I think I'm about 5 foot. I was like, no, you about 4'11".
Yeah,
But my mom got a muscular build. And I did a little history about some people, my family on my mom's side of the family, because everybody on my mom's side of the family is short. They ain't 5'6" or under. But I got a uncle that was real stocky, that was muscular. And they say my great-granddad was muscular and stocky. So if I went back and looked at some pictures of them back in the day, so I kind of see, well, 1, I got my height from.
Yeah.
2, where I got my muscular physique from.
Okay. So weight training, did you start doing that for football when you were real little, or when did you start weights?
Man, I started lifting weights at 6.
6 years old. Wow.
Man, my dad, I played football in Little League, and I told my dad I wanted to get bigger. And so, you know, back then, the technology back then, you know, parents didn't know. So my dad went and got me a weight set.
Yeah.
And
At
I started
6 years old. He bought you a weight set. Wow.
Yeah, I got me a weight set. And I started lifting weights, but I couldn't lift unless he was around. And so, man, the older I got, so if he wasn't at home, so I started getting a little stronger.
Yeah.
So the stronger I got, I started lifting when he wasn't at home. So until one day, one day I got stuck. I was benching and I got stuck, but I was smart enough to roll the weight down to my legs.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I developed a love for weight training a long time ago. But then he found out that they said that it's not good for kids to lift weights to start their growth.
Yeah.
So he told me I couldn't lift weights. So I couldn't lift weights till like I got like high school, and I was kind of a little pissed off about it back then. But when I look at it now, this is where I look at it. Hell, it didn't even matter. I'm still short, so I mean, I could lift it.
I have this. I mean, I go through this myself. I wonder, do you think, you know, because I'm under 5'8" now. I have a little younger brother who was almost 6'2". We're all shrinking now. We're all older, but I often wonder maybe I would have been a little taller if I hadn't started lifting weights young. Do you ever wonder that?
I do too. I honestly do, because if you kind of think about it, you know, our bodies actually still kind of growing. I mean, I know technology and research says it. Some say it doesn't have an effect. Some say it do. Me personally, I think that lifting kind of maybe restricted our growth a little bit. But I think I maybe could have been a legit 5'7".
Okay. I mean, if I could have been 6 foot, I would have been very happy with 6 foot.
Yeah, I could have been legit 5'7". You could have been a legit 6 foot 6'1".
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. So I was reading an older interview with you from a few years ago. It said a trainer at a Gold's Gym in your area tried to get you into bodybuilding right out of high school, but you had no interest in it. So why didn't you want to be a bodybuilder then?
Cause, man, for number one, back then I didn't know anything about sport or bodybuilding, and I was like, first of all, I don't even want to be that big, and then I said, second of all, girls don't like dudes that big anyway, so I ain't gonna do it. But you come to find out that's totally damn opposite.
I think you did. Check out what's your girl's name? IFBB Pro Rose B on Instagram.
Yeah,
Rose brother. Yeah, you can. To let everybody know, Charles Dixon Tank has a pretty hot girl, so it's not true. You can be muscular and girls will still like you occasionally.
Exactly, man.
So I'm just curious. So what do you think you weighed when you graduated high school?
I was 182.
Oh wow, so you were actually pretty stocky already. Because
I was like in the sixth grade. Man, I was right around maybe about 150, 155, 6th, 7th grade.
Wow.
And then once I got to high school, I get the lift now. So So I picked up some weight, man. I think my highest in high school was probably like 185, 188.
I mean, that's not a bad size for someone who's like 5'10" or 6 foot, but
I don't get it twisted. I was still fast. Now this is a true story.
Yeah.
I promise you, this is a true story.
Yeah.
And some people that I went to college with that was around that day can vouch for me.
Sure.
I can dunk a basketball. I used to.
I believe it.
But it had to be a girls' basketball because here in the United States not big. But I actually dunked a girls' basketball in college. But that's a true story.
The rim wasn't. Do women have lower rims too, or no?
No.
No.
I promise I was like I say, I was like way lighter, more agile, and man, I think that was one of my highlights. I always wanted to try to. I started out with a tennis ball.
Yeah.
So once I got a tennis ball, I said, okay, I know I can't palm a regular size men's basketball. Yeah. I think if I could palm a girl's basketball, I could do it. And I did. I pulled it off. But man, I probably could jump maybe about just far enough.
That's pretty much everybody watching this probably has like no vertical jump. But were you on the varsity basketball team in high school?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I went to two high schools. Okay. I went to Malden High School first. Then I went to JLN. So
I was gonna say, at 5'4", to be able to make the varsity basketball team, you got to be a pretty damn good player. You got to be fast, and you got to have some kind of leap on you. I'm thinking
a little bit.
Okay.
I ran track too. I ran track, and I really liked track. Believe it or not, like I said, I was pretty strong. I was on the strip team too in high school.
Yeah.
And so, and I was pretty fast. My fast is 100, around about 10.9. I mean, it was pretty decent for me, like back then.
Yeah.
And I ran the relays, but it's a true story too. I know y'all think I'm making this up.
No, I would not doubt you.
But because I was fairly strong too.
Yeah.
And so to get the track team some extra points, I would throw the shot put.
Huh?
And I had a pretty good shot put distance.
Really?
So I mean, I came in about third or fourth, but it got the team some points. And sometimes those points helped us win a lot of track meets. So so I threw the shot put in high school too.
So was there any point where you thought, obviously you're a professional bodybuilder now, but back in those days, was there any sport that you thought maybe I could be good enough to be professional at, that you tried, that you were good at?
Definitely football, man. It was always my dream. I think there's, a lot of, people dreams back in the day, especially boys.
Yeah, today too, sure.
So, yeah. And it didn't work out, but I got a lot out of it. I mean, I got a scholarship to go to school, get an education.
Yeah.
Met a lot of good people throughout the years, man. And but that was always my thing. I was like, I want to be like Earl Campbell, and then it was like I want to be a good running back.
Yeah.
And so that didn't work out. But like I said, I got an education out of it, man, and ended up picking up the sport of bodybuilding. So it all worked out.
Okay. So how did you get into bodybuilding? Competitive bodybuilding.
Man, this is a story here a lot of people don't know. So I just graduated from school, just finished school. And the Gold's Gym that I worked out at a little bit in high school was still open. And so I just wanted, they got me a little gym membership, just kind of play around, nothing major. So a guy named Mark Hudson, Big Mark, this tribute to you, he never bugged me about it, but he was like, man, you ever thought about bodybuilding? And I was like, nah. I said, one, I don't want to be that big, and them two girls don't like dudes that big. So he was like, all right, man, he's all right. And so a couple weeks passed. I came in the gym one day. He said, man, you seriously need to think about it. He said, I think you can do really well.
Yeah.
I was like, nah. So I got kind of curious about it. So I was like, man, you know what? I wasn't really doing it. I just got home from school. I wasn't in no rush to get no job. And then I had a little some money saved up.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I'm just going to, take my time trying to find a job and go play around at the gym. So he was like, man, he said, you seriously need to think about it. I think you do well. So I got curious about it. Never seen a muscle magazine. I seen like when bodybuilding was on ESPN.
Right.
I saw that a lot, but never seen a muscle magazine. So I went and bought. Matter of fact, I went and bought a muscle development magazine.
Yes.
And so I didn't know who was who. I ain't know who was who. I ain't know who was what or nothing. Only person I knew of was that I just heard through the grapevine.
Yeah.
Was Lee Hagen. I mean, I just know Lee Hagen because he originally from South Carolina anyway.
Right.
So
Spartanburg.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sparkle City. And so I didn't know who was what. So I got curious about it, and then I went to the gym the next day, and I was like, man, all right, so explain to me about how this bodybuilding thing works. And so he was like, yeah, man, he said you got to eat 6, 7 times a day. I was like, what? I'm like, bro, I eat like 2 times a day.
Yeah.
So he said, you eat 2 times a day and you look like that. I was like, yeah. So he asked me, said, what did you eat today? And just so happened, I said, man, I had a banana and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That was it. He said, man, he said, you eat 1 or 2 times a day and you look like this. He said, you can do very well in the sport. So I said, okay. So I said, well, tell me who these people are. So I opened up the magazine.
Yeah.
And I seen a picture of Lee Priest,
Hmm.
Dexter Jackson, and Flex Wheeler. So
Wow.
I was like, how tall is that dude? And I was pointing at Lee Priest.
Yeah.
He said, man, honestly, he said, either you and Lee Priest probably the same height, or you might be a tad bit taller than you.
Right.
I was like, he that big? He said, yeah. So I said, okay. So I seen the picture of Dexter,
Yeah.
and I was like, Dexter wasn't as big as he is now. So I was like, well, how big is this dude? He said, man, he a little taller than you, but y'all kind of got the same kind of structure.
Yeah.
Then look at Flex Wheeler. I was like, man, this dude look incredible. He said, yeah, that's Flex Wheeler. So I was like, okay. So I went home and thought about it. I was like, man, you know what? Out of curiosity, I would try it. Let's do it. And the 6 times a day eating got me. I was like, man, 6 times a day.
Yeah.
So it took about a month to get used to eating all that food.
Right.
And once I started, my body started changing, get a little bigger. I was like, okay, I kind of like this now. And man, I've been doing this crazy sport since then.
So how long did you wait before you did a show?
Man, my first show, I had lost some weight. I was 181 when I started. And so I got up to like 190 something, then I dropped back down to 174.
Yeah.
First show I ever done. I never seen the show. I just let the muscle magazine. Never seen the show, nothing. I was just like, okay, we're gonna do it, let's do it. So he was like, back then coaches wasn't as prevalent as it is now. So he was just like, I guess he could say that he was my first coach. So I was like, I'm not doing no novice. Junior said, if I'm gonna do it, man, I'm gonna do opens. I said, I'm not gonna put all this work into this and go do novice. No disrespect to novice juniors. I think it's a good division, but that's how my mentality rolls. So I was like, man, so I got into it. My first show, did the opens in middleweight. Bam. I did not know how to pose for nothing. Didn't know how to pose.
Yeah.
It's true story. So I didn't know that when you walked out that you automatically supposed to start posing.
Right.
I thought they'd tell you. So I was in my relaxing room about like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And so when I looked down, they was like, go. So I only got to show like maybe like 4 poses before they come time, and I came in fourth. My first ever show fourth.
Wow.
And I quit. I said, man, I quit. I ain't doing this no more. I ain't win. And everybody was like, Charles, you don't understand something. This your first show ever doing an NPC show, it opens, and you came in fourth.
Right.
And the only reason you came in fourth because your posing sucked. And I was like, I ain't care. I said, man, I ain't doing it. I quit. And so I came home, and it was another show the following week. And the NPC chairman back then, he called me and talked me into it. So he said, I need you to go see a guy named Bobo, which Bobo is like a local older bodybuilder who is incredible.
Yeah.
And Bobo showed me how to do the basic poses. And so I came back the next week and did a show, and I won it. And the rest is history. I've been doing this shit.
Yeah, I mean, let's look at some highlights. So 2003, I think this was your first national show, Dream USA, and you won the middleweights, right?
Correct.
4 years later, you turned pro at the NPC Nationals. You won the light heavyweights. And so far, you've got 5 pro wins: 2014 Chicago Pro, 2015 Phoenix and St. Louis Pro, 2016 you went back to Phoenix and won again. You just won the Indy Pro, the first ever edition of that. And you were very, very close second at the Arnold. I got to ask you about the Arnold because I had no idea who was going to win. I mean, it's like up until they announced the winner, I had no idea where they were going to go with that. You know, how close do you feel it was? I mean, it had to be a stressful time because you guys were like neck and neck in all the call-outs, you and Kamal.
Yeah, man, and congrats to Kamal too.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of people said I had an attitude. I just didn't know his name, so that's the reason why I never told
nobody knew his name. I did not know his name until that weekend.
Yeah. But man, I don't know. It definitely was a great showing for me. Definitely. I just don't. When you look at the score sheet, you would think I won, but I didn't win. You know, I won both passing rounds.
What was the points? Yeah, what was the point totals? I'm curious. How close was it in the points?
1 point.
Wow. Yeah. I mean,
it was 1 point. You know, I don't. You know, I know that the Arnold is they count the night show posing.
Right.
So basically, I won both comparison rounds.
Yeah.
Everybody know about rule. That's pretty much saying, you know,
well,
won. But he won the posing round.
Yeah.
And I guess it came up with speed. But man, congrats to him, man.
Sure.
I'm not, man. This is what people don't understand. I'm the farthest from bitter or irritated, disappointed. Yeah, who would be disappointed if you get that close to winning one of the prestigious shows, you know, in the bodybuilding world? I mean, that's one of my goals is to win the Arnold or the Olympia.
Sure.
And I always felt like I had a better chance of winning the Arnold.
Yeah.
And I love the Arnold too, by the way. But yeah, disappointed. But people gotta understand, man. I went from 7th to 2nd.
Yeah.
In a year time, you know, I flirted with the top 5. I think the first year, and then it's always been 6, 7. You know, top 5. I think matter of fact, I think 6 is the best I ever done.
I mean,
so it's always been.
Had you ever beaten Jose or Henry before that?
No. I tell you that, I beat Jose one time, but I'm gonna get Jose a mulligan. Jose was not in shape, but he had Phoenix. I'm gonna give him a mulligan.
Right.
But man, and David and Jose, no man, they've been double teaming me, man, for years.
I mean, they're really good.
You
brought the condition, you brought your A game, and unfortunately, I'm a good friend of Jose's. I like both of those guys a lot, but they didn't peak right for the show, and you did. So that's how it goes. That's just how it goes.
Well, I mean, I'm very pleased by my placement because, you know, it kind of puts me in a position to just kind of spring forward to make sure that in the bigger shows that, you know, I always stay in the top 3, top 5.
Right.
And I think it gives me a springboard to do that. And then plus I think we found, you know, me and my coach found a blueprint to always make that happen.
Yeah.
You know, my thing was always, and me and Jose talk about this all the time. When Jose and David started getting big, I started to get big. So I like, man, I ain't gonna let y'all get bigger than me. Yeah. And so, you know, for a couple of years, you know, we got the 212 was considered the smaller mass monsters.
Sure. Yeah.
And so then the criteria kind of changed a little bit. So we just came to a conclusion that whether I weigh in at 212 or if I weigh in at 205, I pretty much still look the same. I'm still going to be pretty much the biggest guy.
Yeah.
But it was just a difference between, you know, my condition always has been good.
Yeah.
A little up and down from show to show sometimes. Sometimes I'm a little better. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I came in a little too big. Sometimes I didn't come in dry enough. But now I think the last 2 shows, we just put it together and we found a blueprint to make sure not only I'm still one of the biggest guys and the fullest, but then now I can match everybody's conditioning. So I can make it harder for the judges, put them in the headlock.
I think it's hard enough. I think judging is incredibly difficult. I would not want their job. I mean, if you look at you and Kamal at that show, 2 completely different physiques up there.
Yeah.
You know, you were way thicker. Condition was probably equal with both of you, but just 2 very different looks. I wouldn't be able to say Charles should win or Kamal should win. You can't have a tie. You got to pick a winner. So they did what they felt they had to do. And I guess the posing at the Arnold, that can be the determining factor.
Yeah. So. And I think one thing about, you know, talking about posing, it was I actually worked on my posing, my night routine. Normally I just wing it, and I actually worked on it, and I was pleased with it. I'm pleased with how my posing has progressed.
Yeah.
Throughout the last few shows. So I'm gonna get my posing game straight. So now I think, you know, if I get the posing game, the match to prejudging, well, Tank gonna be hard to beat, man.
So Charles, do you think the Arnold, because Do you think they forced a lot of guys or made a lot more guys start to work on improving their posing? Because up until last year's Arnold, posing hadn't been judged in pro bodybuilding for like 20 or 30 years. I'm not sure when, but it had been a long time.
Long time, man.
It's still only at the Arnold. It's not all the shows, I know.
You got that the Arnold. I think when Arnold kind of put the emphasis on the more the steady look,
yeah,
the guts hanging, or whatnot, I think they kind of hindered dudes from being able to do certain poses.
Yeah.
So now we got this, in the back of our head, okay, well, just like me, I'm a prime example. So now at the Arnold, we know that it can be 1 point between your posing round.
Right.
So I think it's kind of forcing guys to actually work on the posing. I think it's actually making guys work on not just the night routine, but the mandatories.
Yeah.
Because so now you don't see, in the transition poses, you got more guys practicing, keeping their abs in. Right. So you won't have an extended look. Because I found out that I got docked a few times for actually extending my abs during transition. So it kind of takes away from your look. If you really think about it, it kind of takes away from it. Because you can look like, okay, from the front, be like, oh, man, you look wow. And then you turn to the side, and then you stick the gut out, then you're like, ugh.
So because there's so many, when I used to read the magazines years ago, but you'd only see like the best pictures of people in the contest reports. But now everybody and their grandmothers at these shows with their phones and cameras, they'll catch you from every single angle in different parts of the stage. So if you have your gut out for 1 second, somebody's going to take a picture and put it up and say,
take a picture.
This guy's got a big bubble gut. Look at him.
They're like, Tank wasn't in shape.
Exactly.
His gut was coming out. And you like, okay, so I put a fix to that. So I actually practice holding my abs in doing poses. Yeah. I actually started doing that. Even like I lay on the floor and just hold my lower abs in. So my thing now is that I would rather pass out holding my abs in than let them out and y'all dock me a couple points.
That's a great attitude. You'll never let your gut hang out again. Okay. I'm going to switch gears. I always like to talk when someone's overcome a period of struggle, adversity, you've overcome things, because everybody watching this has gone through some kind of crap in their lives, or they're going through it right now, or they will. Life is not a smooth, it's not a movie, it's not a TV show. Things happen. So you were out of bodybuilding for 2 seasons as a pro. We didn't see you on the stage for, I think it was almost 3 years. And I know you almost retired. So, Charles, what happened? What was going on during that time? Can you tell me?
Shit, what wasn't happening?
I don't know.
I just think, man, it was like, wow. I mean, before, I had everybody know about Rock. That's my son.
Yeah.
And so, man, for about 2 years, man, I know a lot of guys or maybe females can relate to this too, man. Going back and forth with court battles and visitation, and man, it just got to the point, man. My pocket was already on low. Then my pocket was ended up going back and forth to court and lawyers.
Yeah.
And man, just mentally, man, I just got dead. I just got blown away, and it's just like, you know what? I'll take some time off. So he was born. So basically, I just spent a couple years help raise him and get him back up of age. Then once that happened, then you go through all the legal stuff, going back and forth, trying to get business, spending money. So that could be taxing not only your pocket, it could be taxing, mentally, emotionally, man. Then, bodybuilding was the furthest thing from my mind. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I had retired pretty much, man. I'm not gonna necessarily say I retired, but at that point in time, but bodybuilding was the last thing in my brain, and I didn't know if I was coming back or not. And so, doing that stretch, man, it was rough, man. It's just like, man, it's rough. So I say to everybody, man, if you got kids, man, fight for them, because your parents. So
everybody watching this, if they haven't had something like that happen to them, they know. Like I had a younger brother who went through years of custody battles and courts and lawyers and moved from different states. And my brother had it rough. So
it's rough, man. You know, and everybody know the money we got to spend on bodybuilding. You know, back then, I wasn't fortunate enough to have a sponsor like I do now.
Performax.
But man, I was spending everything out of pocket, man. It was like it got to the point, man. I ain't even know if I had money to go to get a burger at McDonald's.
Forget about like 6 pounds of chicken a day.
I love it. So, and then I went through that, and then I started back training.
Yeah,
I didn't know if I was coming back or not. So, man, I started back training. I was actually getting ready for Dallas Europa in 2013.
Yeah.
And man, things just weren't clicking. It wasn't going right, man. Then I had to turn right back around and go back to court a couple more times. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I said, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. And so Trey was working out with Monique Jones.
Yeah.
And he said, man, you think Charles would mind me helping? And she said, no, he won't. So he came up to me and he said, man, I don't want you to retire. He said, man, we just trust me for a second. He said, it's 6 weeks till it was called Muscle Heat up in Greensboro. He said, we got 6 weeks. He said, if you don't like my work, if you don't make no changes, if you still want to retire after the show, fine. I'll let you leave it up to you. He said, but give me a chance. And man, when I tell you, I went from looking like a chunky monkey to man, I was awful. I looked awful. And I was like, that's why I said I can't do this. I can't do it. I said, mentally I wasn't in it.
Yeah.
And he said, man, just don't. He said, man, try to block stuff out your head. So I got some things settled up so I can like focus for a few weeks. And and man, he did wonders. And man, I wasn't even expecting to even do that well at this show. That's the year Tricky, Curtis Bryant, Guy, was in it. And man, you know, them cats had been doing pretty good. And I came in top 5. I was like, okay, so you all right, bro? Yeah. You might be all right. And man, he taught me out of it, man. And man, we just started getting better each and every show and started improving each and every show. So I started getting a little momentum. So then I started getting a little more confidence in myself. You know, man, I can, you know, be a real competitive 212.
Yeah.
Man, we just kept plugging each and every year and kept getting better and better. I started improving on some things that was lacking, and here we are, man. I'm pretty much considering myself. You know, I always thought that I was like on that between that first and second level of 212.
Right.
You know, because I was always up and down. So now I feel like I solidified myself as in the top level 212. You know. And
first tier pro, not a second tier anymore.
Yeah.
So, Charles, are you 45 or 46?
45.
45.
Well, I'll tell you that. It depends. Okay, now, if you want to know, if anybody come and ask me my age,
yes,
I'm gonna tell you a different story. So I got 2 ages.
Okay.
I got my government age, and I got my age.
Okay.
The government say I'm 45.
Yeah.
I say I'm still 21.
Well, I'm sure you feel 21, but but I only bring it up because you didn't really hit your stride until you were 40 or over. You know, I really didn't hear a lot about you, and you didn't start getting good and winning shows until you were over 40. We all talk about Dexter. Dexter's 48, and that's, you know, he's awesome. But, you know, I wouldn't say Dexter's improving. He's managed to look phenomenal and stay that way for a very long time. But you've been improving the most since you turned 40, as far as I know, from what I've seen. So that's just an unusual thing. Most guys, especially if they've been training a long time, they're going downhill after 40. It's just it's a slide. But, you know, how do you explain it? How do you feel? Do you feel better now than you did when you were 35, when you were 30?
Honestly, I do. And I know people probably think that's an old cliche, but honestly, I do. I think in my 30s, I was so head bent on getting big and gaining size that I was always lifting heavy, man, and we was always aching. And I ache nowadays, but I mean, back then, man, we would go heavy like it was like drinking water. And I remember I was
throw out some numbers because guys always want to hear how strong someone is.
I did a true story. Back when I first got real into NPC, my best deadlift is a true story, I promise you.
Okay.
I got a couple partners getting attested to this. My best deadlift is 625.
I believe it, yeah.
I 625 and my best squat, true story, I did 505. I only did it twice though.
Oh, I would, if you told me 700, I would have believed you. I mean,
well, man, you got to talking about, but this is kicking to it, man. We talking about back then. We talking about we didn't use no knee wraps, no belt, no a spot. A spot was like, okay, well, if you get stuck, the best thing you can do is fall to the ground.
Yeah.
So it wasn't no two spotters, and we was like, nah, if you put it on there, you got to do it. And so, man, I mean, think about it. No knee wraps. No weight belt.
No, the
man,
belt is what
I
really
was
freaks
hurt.
me out. I don't know how you do it without a belt. That scares the crap out of me just thinking about it.
You will catch me, man. I won't do ham and glute work without my weight belt.
Nowadays,
I'm not doing nothing with weight belt. But yeah, man. As far as I feel a lot better. Besides a little, aches and pains here and there that we normally get. I learned a lot. I learned how to, pace my body now. When to take a break, when not to take a break, foods to eat at certain times, things like that. Now I stretch a lot.
Yeah.
Definitely get my chiropractic therapy frequently. I go to back treatment. The little things, man, that I didn't do back then to take care of myself, I started doing. Foam rolling, which, man, I know that shit hurt, but man, y'all gotta do that. Really.
Yeah.
That shit hurt, man.
Do you have the one with the spikes on it, the rumble roller?
Yeah, I got the smooth and the spikes. Man, I can't stand either one of them.
Yeah, they all suck.
But I do feel better, man. I do feel better, and I do feel better by not carrying a lot of weight in the off season. I keep my weight under 225, and I feel a lot better not carrying around so much excess weight.
How heavy did you used to get up to?
Man, between 235, 240, 245. Okay. I have been on 252 before.
I believe it.
And it's like, man, it's like, that's that stigma we got in our head is to be big, but I feel better. And the thing about it, I still look the same. I'm still just as big as I was if I was 235 in the off season.
Right.
Or if I weighed in at 212. I still, if people don't know, I weighed in at 204 like the Arnold, and I still look the same I did when I weighed in at 212.
Yeah.
I weighed in at 207 at Indy, and the only reason why I weighed at 207 because I cut my clothes on. So I probably pretty much the same weight, but I still look the same. I'm the same size. So those are changing, man. Like I said, I feel better, and I think those things I'm doing now is actually helping me improve. Because, back then, man, we didn't stretch. We didn't stretch our muscles. We didn't take care of our muscles. We just beat them up and fed them. So I think the changes I'm doing now is actually helping me improve. And I guess, man, God gave me that that good old man gene. So the older I get, the better I
get. Old man muscle. Okay, you ready for some questions from the MD forum members? Sure you are.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Betty Ona. He wants to know how many calories you eat per day.
All season, I am around about 3,500 calories in the off season. Pre-contest diet, from weeks 16 through 12, it's around about 2,800. Weeks 10 through 6, it's around about 22, 24, and week 6 on in is between 18 and 2.
Wow,
a week.
It's supposed to be tough. Those tough weeks. Okay.
Yes.
Who is your favorite bodybuilder?
My favorite bodybuilder.
That can be past, present, anybody.
Dexter.
Okay.
Dexter, Lee,
Lee
Flex.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good group. Can't argue with those. Who will be the next 212 champion after Flex Lewis?
Me, if I ain't retired for Flex.
Okay. Good answer. Good answer. Will you ever compete in the Open?
I plan on doing an open show one day soon. I might do it this year, but I doubt it because the way the Olympia is going right now, it's gonna be a very good, tough 212, and I really want to focus on that. But my goal is to compete in an open show once a year until I retire.
Oh, right on. Okay. And the retiring, I think someone's going to ask that coming up, but you know, you're 45 and you're getting better and better, so you don't see any retirement happening anytime soon, right?
Hell no.
That's right. Why would you? Why would you?
I'm a ball till the wheels fall off.
Okay.
The only thing that I said is Burrell, my son, he good at basketball, so he playing youth AAU ball.
Okay.
And so I said by the time he get like middle school, I'll start thinking about it.
Okay. Yeah.
But until then, as long as I'm healthy and still getting better,
Yeah.
you know, I'm staying in there. Now when I start getting my ass kicked, now it's time to go.
I would hope everybody feels that way. Let's see. Do you feel? I'm gonna have to rephrase this. I don't like the way he phrased it. Because do you ever feel like you really got a placing you didn't deserve? How do you deal with that when that happens?
Yes, I have felt that many times in my NPC days and as a pro. Have I handled it?
Yeah.
I have handled it in a negative way in a lot of instances, but I learned to take it in a positive way and be more professional about it. So, when I came in second at the national against Stan McQuay,
yeah,
I know a lot of people probably don't remember, but it was in the magazine that I kicked the door backstage. So
okay.
yeah, that is too. So that's the way you don't want to handle it. Last year at the Olympia, I showed my frustration on stage, which was unprofessional. Okay. But it has been a lot of shows that I have placed where I thought I shouldn't have. Best thing you can do, take a deep breath, go shake the judge's hand, tell them thank you, and go back to the lab and try to improve. So you can't, it's what I've learned, this is a very subjective sport. So the best thing we can do is work our butt off, improve, get better, and just try to bring something the judges can't say no to. Yeah. Because if you show any kind of negative attitude towards your places, it don't look good.
Yeah, I tell local guys, because I'm here in Boston where Jose is, and I tell these guys, be careful how you act on stage, because I've seen people actually throw temper tantrums at the local NPC shows here. And I said, you realize these judges here, they're going to be the same judge. We only have so many judges here. You're going to be sitting exactly. Next time you compete, they're going to go, oh, that's the guy that through his trophy on the ground. That's the guy that wouldn't shake the other guy's hand,
Exactly. Cool.
So, okay.
I mean, at the same time, we got to be good sport about it too, man, because, the bodybuilding world it's a small, big community, and, we all kind of, stick together. We all doing the same thing. So we got to kind of, even though you feel like you might have won, I mean, the judges might not have felt that way. Man, we already got to show respect, to the judges and our other competitors also, and not, acting unprofessional about it, because the way I look at it, if you keep working, sooner or later your day gonna come. Yeah. You'll win. You'll place how you supposed to place. So instead of keep pouting about it, get to the gym and work on your flaws.
Okay. Last question from that guy. This is a good one. How did you reduce your waist, or did you reduce your waist, or do you just learn how to control it better? Because your waist does look smaller now.
I did both, actually. I learned how to control my breathing and control my abs a lot better on stage. And I purposely, you know, that was one of my goals to bring my waist down. So it kind of happened by accident, but it was kind of planned because I took after Olympia this past year, man, I went straight weight training cold turkey. That means I did not touch a weight for 10 weeks.
Wow.
I did cardio. So I knew I was gonna lose I was gonna lose a little muscle mass, I was gonna lose a little muscle fullness.
Yeah.
And I was gonna be smaller. So I kind of planned it. I wanted to get lighter and grow into the show.
Yep.
So I think I had got down like 208. So like I said, I was still doing cardio.
Yeah.
I kept my cardio up every day. So I knew I lost some extra body fat around my waist and around my abs. I knew that. So and I think once prep started, once I started getting my muscle fullness back and get my size back, and I stayed on my cardio, stayed on my diet. The diet started out strict from the get-go. So with that cardio and starting at a smaller weight, then going up a little bit and then coming back down,
yeah,
I mean, my waist came down tremendously. And for y'all ask me this, I don't use a waist trainer. I don't use it. People ask me, what kind of waist trainer do you use? I will tell you what I got. I paid $8 for it at Walmart. It's a rubber cardio belt. It got rubber on the inside. It make you sweat. That's it. That's all I do. So
you don't want a corset. One of those made out of whalebone. Okay.
And it's all about that diet, getting that waist down. So that was kind of a planned thing. So that's pretty much how I came in with a smaller waist. So I'm gonna try to trim it down just a little bit more for the Olympics.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, great job. I definitely noticed it this year. It's way smaller. Michael Edwards has a couple questions. What are your favorite foods? Diet food and cheat food. Diet off season. So, what's a good clean food you like, and what's a good not clean food that you really like?
All season food that I like.
Yeah.
My favorite fried chicken.
Okay.
Definitely fried chicken. Hot dog second. Lasagna and pizza third.
Okay.
Diet food. That's a I got food where I would have to say my favorite diet food.
None of them
would have to be egg whites and oatmeal.
Wow. Okay.
That's kind of crazy, though. You gotta mix it together, though. You gotta mix them together.
No.
You gotta mix it together with some cinnamon and some raw sugar.
Okay.
Best thing on a diet.
I mean, Ronnie used to mix it all up in a big bowl with like that fake butter and eat that down.
Yeah.
Molly McButter. Who are your favorite sports teams? I think I know the answer because on your Facebook page, there's a bunch of pictures of Celtics, Boston Celtics, and the Florida Gators. So those are your two.
Right.
Are those your favorite teams?
Well, see, the Gators, I'm a Gator for life. That ain't gonna never change. I'm a big time Florida Gator fan.
Okay.
Basketball, football, hockey, cup stacking, dominoes, swimming, volleyball, it don't matter. I'm a Gator fan.
Wow.
Now, my professional NFL team is Carolina Panthers. Of course, I'm from the Carolina, so that's my favorite team.
Yeah.
Basketball, different story. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm an NBA basketball team jumper. I follow who winning.
Okay.
So I was a Boston fan. Yes, I was a Boston fan. I'm still a little Boston fan at a little bit. Oh. And the reason why I like Boston for a good amount of years because Kevin Garnett is actually from my hometown.
Oh, okay.
Kevin, my hometown. And Rajon Rondo is one of my favorite players. So I always been a Boston fan. So now
they're gone. Yeah, right? They're both gone, aren't they?
I am a LeBron fan, not necessarily a Cleveland fan.
Yeah.
But I root for Cleveland right now. So if LeBron leave Cleveland, you best believe I ain't gonna be root for Cleveland.
Okay, last question from him. Charles, will you shave the beard and just compete with a mustache? That's a good question.
I don't plan on shaving the beard, but if I did, it would not just be with a mustache. I'll shave it all off.
Okay. When was the last time you had a clean shave with nothing?
Actually, I shaved it off. I shaved it off the first of last year.
Okay. I mean, I can't remember seeing you ever without a beard.
Yeah, now when I cut it off, I didn't post that for a while, for like a couple weeks until it got back to the scruffy stage. So,
okay.
Yo, man, my mom actually taught me into keeping it for a show. Matter of fact, not too far after Chicago Pro,
yeah,
the show out there, and I think the Arnold, the first time I kept it at the Arnold, and it just kind of stuck, man. So I'm like, yeah, that might be where my power comes from.
I mean, Jose only had a beard at one show. I wish he would have kept it for more.
I know, man. I know he always be cutting the beard off before the show. You know,
yeah.
He'll cut it off. Della Russo cut his off. Me and God, we gonna rock the beard regardless.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be a brave man to take that beard on stage. Okay. Last question from a forum reader is: how difficult is it for you to buy clothes, being your height and as gigantic as you are with these clavicles out to here? Obviously, like sports clothes are probably not that bad, but like it must be hard for you to find dressy clothes.
Man, that's a very true story. Like sport, workout clothes, stuff like that. They pretty much, you get a 3X, 2X,
right?
Good. But as far as like pants and stuff, man,
good luck.
It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack sometimes because I'm kind of picky about how my clothes fit. I like loose fit clothes, but I don't like tight clothes. And then it's hard to find a happy medium. Sometimes I have to go get them tailor made, right. Especially when it comes to a suit. Every suit I have gotten in the last 4 years I don't have to get measured or tapered in some kind of way. But It's hard, and especially being short, people don't make 30 inch no more. So either you gotta find a pair of shoes that's gonna take up the length, or you gotta get them hemmed up. But so yeah, it's difficult. Sometimes dress shirt's not bad, but pants and suit coats, blazers, man,
it's got to be custom made. It has to be. There's nobody's making suits to fit. There's not enough people in the world that are built like you. There's no reason for them to make clothing for you. You know what I mean? They go out of business.
And you can't wear like everybody say go to the big and tall shop.
Yeah.
Man, first of all, you heard they say big and tall. They ain't say big and short.
Exactly.
So they ain't got something there to fit me either. And like I would love like suit places, little cheap suit places, man.
Yeah.
They may go up to like a 45 on the jacket. Like, man, I actually wear like a 52. So So yeah, red sport, man. So that's why you don't see me. I dress up, but when you see me dressed up, trust me, it took me a while to find the clothes you saw me in.
I'm sure. All right. So very last question, Charles. You had a real strong second place at the Arnold. You won the Indy Pro. Here we are. It's middle of April. What's your plan for the rest of 2018?
Man, good question. I had a lot of people ask me that. Man, to be honest, I want to compete. I mean, that's why, the sport has started to I'm starting to enjoy it a lot more now. Last couple of years, I kind of felt like it's been, I kind of almost treat it as my job, and, bodybuilding is not my job. And I kind of started taking it personal and took the fun out of it. So I'm starting to have fun with it now, man. I'm starting to enjoy it. So a big part of me want to compete, but I also know if I want to come, number one, if I want to stay healthy and compete another 4 or 5 years, I gotta take a break, take care of myself. And plus, I really want to put all my efforts into this year's Olympia. So my plan right now, I am on vacation. I'm doing cardio though. I'm not getting fat.
Yeah.
I'm doing cardio. So right now I'm just doing cardio. Take some time off. I'm doing a little what I call club training. So
Club
I'll go in
training.
there. I'll do a little. I'll do a couple sets of chest press. I'm
Yeah.
done for the day. So you know how back in the day when on Friday nights before we used to go out, we used to go to the gym for about 20, 30 minutes.
Just some
And we
curls.
called it, yeah, you know, get the little pump.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know how you used to go that home? You go
Yes.
get a little pump, and then you
Yeah.
take a shower right quick, then you eat, you keep that pump, then you go to the club. That's kind of training I'm doing. So but
Okay.
I'm just doing it, man. Training training my clients, doing my little real estate thing and man, just relaxing. So I'm actually gonna take some time off and start Olympic prep in June.
Okay.
So do a little traveling, man. Hang out with little man when summer come. So
Yep.
I'm gonna take it easy, man, just right now and just rest and relax a little bit, let the tank heal up a little bit, recover and get at this Olympic prep in June, man. So I ain't doing that, man. Being on Instagram, being an Instagram junkie, looking at everybody's stuff. That's all.
Oh man,
I'm looking
Instagram.
at I'm looking at all the crazy amateurs in this bodybuilding world post crazy stuff and retarded stuff. So man, man, I ain't doing that Wednesday or same old.
Right on. Cool. Okay. Well, it sounds like a really solid plan. You know, like the Olympia, I would love to see you move up. You've been 10th, 11th, you've been 7th twice, you've been 8th. So this could be a breakthrough year for you. I see top 5 being in
I
your
see that,
grasp. Yeah.
man, that's the goal, man. That honestly the goal. And you know what's weird? It seemed like all the shows I won 5 shows, and pretty much every show I won has been some top notch competition when I
Yeah.
have done my best. So this year, man, it's gonna be crazy. Of course, we got Flex, we got Jose, we got David, we got me, we got
Oscar.
Kyle, we got
Don't forget
Amon.
Oscar Nani. Yeah, you got it's heavy
Then
hitters.
I heard, what's his name? Howdy Chopin.
Tutty. Yeah.
I heard he got everything cleared up to come.
Oh,
I
really?
heard he doing. I heard now they
Okay.
been saying that, but they say he doing Vancouver or something. But you know, man, it's gonna be some good competition, and I do everything I need to do to make sure I'm at my best. So, and what I found out, my body does very well with rest.
Hmm. Yeah. Cool. Well,
So I'm gonna take these little 6, 7 weeks off, man, and get back at it, and get back to the Olympia training and everything. So yeah, man, hopefully, you know, I think that if I keep doing the things I need to do to improve and do all the small things that will help, I think I got a very good chance
yeah.
cracking the top 5 definitely, and maybe give Fletcher a run for his money, man, because ain't
Why
nobody been
not?
pushing 212, and everybody keep. I'm just being honest, just being real about it.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's nobody in the 212 in the last 5 years have actually gave Flex a run for his money. Ain't nobody push Flex, and it's our fault. It's
Yeah.
our fault. As competitors, it's our fault because it's up to us to to improve. So I mean, like I say, man, hopefully I can bring something to the table that'll get the top 5, and that'll be the best placing I ever had at the Olympia.
Yeah.
And, the main thing go out there and have a little fun with everybody too. So man, yeah, I'm telling you, man, everybody know, man, I'm a very humble cat. Yeah, everybody know if I talk junk, I gotta know you to talk junk. And I don't brag and boast, man. I give God the glory for giving me the opportunity that I had and give
Yeah.
me the body to do this. But I will tell you this, man. I'm coming. Look, I'm not coming not to make top 5.
Right.
I'm not coming to Olympia. I would be very disappointed in myself if I don't make top 5.
Right.
And so, I'm gonna do everything I gotta do. I'm coming. I'm just coming to bring it. I ain't saying I'm gonna beat nobody. I ain't calling no name, but everybody else will be on their A game. I'm gonna be on mine.
Yeah.
And chips fall where they made. If I, God willing, I put everything together, I'll be in the mix. Now, if I get in the top 5 and I know the top 5 Olympians, so y'all better get some popcorn ready.
Right on. Well, we're all going to be watching. You know, you've had a really good run this season so far, and I'm excited to see how you do with the Olympia this time. I think it is going to be a breakthrough year for you. You know,
Yes, sir, man.
you really got your peaking down. You know,
I do,
clearly.
man. I'm a hole in the road. I'm not, you know, a lot of people know that know me know by this time after the show, you won't see these dimples. Our face will be like this.
Like a chipmunk. Cool. All right.
So, yo, man, like I said, man, I appreciate you having me on, man.
Appreciate you doing this.
I appreciate y'all fans tuning in. Big shout out y'all for everybody who being a fan of not just me, being a fan of the bodybuilding world as a whole.
Yeah.
I definitely thank you because, man, just one crazy sport that we do, but you gotta love it though.
Dude, we're not in it for the money and the glory. If you don't love it, you would have been out of this a long time ago.
You ain't lying.
All right. Well, for the Ronline Report, this has been Charles Tank Dixon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Tune in next time.